Hey, what's going on everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you two amazing items that are in the game, but we did not know about them because they didn't even have them on the Wiki page. Whenever I did a video like 2 weeks ago, pretty much when the update had dropped, they had updated the wiki and we took a look at the Scrooge items. Well, there was actually like two that was left out, and I actually was able to obtain one of them today. So it's very amazing item. I want to showcase it to you a little bit, and we're also going to dive over into Reddit just a little bit, look at a couple of posts over there. But yeah, let's jump right to it. If you guys do enjoy my content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, there is some new mail, so if you've been keeping up with the mystery, like a gift giver quest line that's been going on in the mail, we got one from Woody. He said, "Who could it be? Howdy, sir. By now you must have heard about this mystery giver sending gifts to everyone. Turns out today's my lucky day. Someone left a whole lot of wood at my place. Gotta hand it to him. That's pretty clever considering my name's Woody." Anyways, I thought about using it to make another toy box, but I figured you could build some new furniture instead. Hope it comes in handy, your pal Woody. So I actually have a full video of showing like the next 5 or 6 mails after this. They kind of got leaked, so if you're interested in that, it'll be on my YouTube channel. It's literally the video before this one, so you can check it out. But yeah, this is another little hint, and we have another. They like highlighted the word another. So who could it be? I don't know. You guys let me know. But let's head over to Scrooge's Shop. We had the wonderful Julie Melf here in the community that actually ended up getting this in their shop. And so they let me come over and collect this. So the thing about this item was, it's a little weird, and I didn't know if it was actually meant to be, and then we ended up getting the hot fix. But thankfully, the hot fix, in fact, did not patch this. Like, it's still, you still have a chance of getting this in your Scrooge's shop. So this Vizier's item is just so cool. It has lightning on it. It has sound. It just looks so amazing. Now, I have heard that you get an item very similar to this in Scrooge's, or during the quest line for Jafar. I actually, believe it or not, have not finished my quest line with Jafar yet. I've been waiting to do that in a live stream. But yeah, I heard you get the item, but you can't get multiple copies of it. But this one is slightly different than the one you get from the quest, and you can do, like, you can go and purchase multiple copies, which I'm going to do in just a moment. And also, there are a lot of players on the hunt for the inauguration ribbon that we actually ended up having during Tiana's questline, where we were in front of her restaurant. We had to place it down. That item is supposed to be able to show up in Scrooge's shop as well, but for whatever reason, I've never seen it. I haven't seen anyone that's got it before. So if you guys have any knowledge on this item, let us know about it. It must be just the most rarest item in the game. Both of these have to be, because I've seen other people reset over and over and over and never get this new like lightning Jafar one. Super cool items. I'm excited to take a look at them, and that's what we're going to do right now. All right, let's go take a look at Scrooge's shop and see how expensive these actually are. So one thing that's interesting is whenever you go and you talk to him to be able to get some more items, if you haven't finished the Jafar's quest line, which I haven't, it actually shows like a lock on the item, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. So right now it says level 5 on the lock, and then it says lock down here, and I think it's because it's also thinking it's like the same item as the one that you ended up getting during the quest. But I can still go over here and buy a bunch of them, and it's actually going to change the level 5 to like nothing. So if I hit order, it's going to go to a question mark. I still have access to this and I can still use it. So I think that's something that they definitely need to fix, just to make the game seem a little more polished. But it doesn't really bother anything, or at least it doesn't seem like it at all so far, and I can still place the items down. But that was really great. And as you see, the items were actually not very expensive. Let me pull it up again real quick just in case you missed that. But they were actually very cheap, which was really nice and refreshing. So they were only 600 each, so you could get about 10 of them for 6,000 gold, so not bad. All right, so I will give you guys a little warning. There is going to be lots of like flashing lights and stuff, so if you're sensitive to those kind of things, there's a little bit. It's not like super intense, but there is lightning and some flashing patterns and stuff like that, so just a heads up on that. We're going to go ahead and place it down. So it's the Vizier's lava machine right here. And it doesn't look like you can turn this like on and off, which makes me sad. I wish I could turn the lightning on or turn it off. It doesn't look like you can interact with it in any way, but this thing is going to be great for dream snaps because you're going to be able to capture that lightning in it. And I'm going to show you in just a moment what you could do, but it's definitely going to be great for like some villain dream snaps coming up. But look how amazing this thing is. I never would have expected them to give us anything like this. I mean, I love how like just overall like how animated it is. And I'm curious like what kind of build to use this for. But it's very cool. I mean, it would be even better if the lightning actually ended up just connecting with each other, but it's super intense. I mean, let's see what it looks like if I were to go out here. And yeah, you can actually capture the lightning in it. So I'm going to try this out at nighttime and do that like pose, this one right here, to see if we can make it look pretty wicked as well. Oh my gosh, look at that. Obviously you want to get the actual item out, you just want the lightning in the photo. But even beyond dream snaps, just decorating with this, I'm sure you guys are going to come up with something. Some things that would look great with it, I actually think is over in the time bending table. So a lot of the Eternity Isle stuff gave us like some brass colored stuff, and I think that's going to work really well with it too. So if you plan on building with this, the ancient, not the ancient machines, the furniture pieces right here, we have a lot of these ancient machines over here. So ancient part side table. I mean, it just fits the overall aesthetic. Almost all of these items do over here. But let's go take a look at this at nighttime and see what kind of shots we can get with it. I mean, something like this is going to look great, especially in like a Halloween dream snap with this pose right here. I mean, look how cool that looks with all the lightning and everything. And I know if you just get the angles right, you're definitely going to be able to make it work. But it is very hard to like capture in the exact pose, like your facial expression, both the lightning, and then if you could get multiple of the lightning at the same time, for sure. But it just looks too dang good. There's also like this pose right here you could probably end up doing something with if you could try and get lightning behind your character. Let's see, we have this one here. I mean, I don't know, you guys are very, very creative, so I know you can come up with something. But I just know for Halloween dream snaps, this one is going to be so good, especially if we get like a villain theme. I cannot wait to see what everyone comes up with. But definitely a cool item. Hopefully they add some more items like this in the future. And yeah, it's just something that you're going to have to play around with over here. So you can add multiple of them and then just get your character right. Try and get some lightning in the foreground. Obviously you want the actual like piece to not be showing, but we could do this. You could even just, yeah, you could get a little bit up here. It's so hard to capture at the right spot. Ooh, even just a little bit like that looks cool. I wonder what it looks like with a filter, actually. Oh, dang, there we go. Look at that. That is insane. All right, let's do some filters here. Okay, that one doesn't look too bad. What about the black and white one? Hold up. Oh, you could definitely do like a Frankenstein type of vibe. So if we look this way and then do this, we could get this pose right here. Yeah, with that black and white filter. Let's see, there we go. Oh, that's gonna look sick. You would obviously have to dress your character up, but all right, I'll leave the rest to you guys. But you guys get the idea. It's definitely a cool piece to have. And I'm glad that it's in the game. At least we know it's still here beyond the hotfix. I thought for sure the hotfix had completely removed it, but looks like we're good to go. Alrighty, and the post I wanted to take a look at on Reddit is this one over here by Significance No 6097, and I actually saw like a news article on here. I don't know about you guys, but whenever you open up Google and stuff, I've been getting so many Dreamlight Valley news articles, and they've been making them pretty much on like all kinds of just different posts, you know. So this one actually got 763 upvotes, which is a lot. So there's a lot agreement here. So they said, "Dear devs, please stop miswording these challenges. Please work on your wording. I wasted so many resources trying to complete the become a 5-star chef by cooking desserts because in no context does that translate to cooking entrees. Like none. The wording of these challenges are getting worse and worse. Stop trying to be cutesy with the language at the expense of properly communicating the tasks needed to actually complete the challenge." Okay, so here's my view on this. Obviously, a lot of players here are in agreement with this for sure. And I do see why. Obviously, you don't want to waste your resources, right? Like you work hard to get your resources and stuff like that. To me, I feel like since the star path is a challenge, I mean, I don't feel like everything should be super simple. And I see what they're saying. They're not saying it's like super complicated or anything. They're saying that it's like false, like it's completely inaccurate, which it is. Because become a 5-star chef, they do lead you to believe that you could just go cook any of the recipes as long as they're 5 stars. But then sometimes it doesn't work. And I know they try to do like a bunch of wordplay and stuff when it comes to the star path things, which this also isn't about wordplay. It's just about something that's completely wrong. And even though it is about becoming a 5-star chef, they don't tell you exactly in what way, you know. So desserts, entrees, it should be all like grouped together. But to me, I feel like that is just part of star path being a challenge, you know. I mean, it's a lot of trial and error on some of the stuff. It's a lot of guessing, and I actually don't mind that it's not like super blunt telling us exactly what we need to do. This is just my personal opinion. I actually like that they give us a little, you know, you got to kind of maybe try and figure out a different ways to do things, or maybe reach out to a community member or someone in the comment section, do some research online, things like that. I think make it really fun. It could definitely be frustrating for some as well, but I will give you a couple of tips. One thing you could do is what I also do and what Gilmore does down here. They said, I always stop and check for progress to make sure I'm doing what they want. Sometimes it's the only way to be sure. I almost always do that. Even if I am sure on the thing, I'll make one item and then I'll go and double check. And if you guys watch my live streams, you'll see I do this. I do it every single time just to make sure, because you never know, the game likes to throw us for a loop sometimes. So that is definitely something you could do. Now, some of them, like down here by Finney 15, a Dark Knight, said same thing happened with picking berries on the beach. Picking them in the Forest of Valor also counted, and I had no idea until I accidentally completed it. So this one was a little bit confusing. I don't think a lot of us knew that it was like the blueberries that we actually needed, because we were like, picking berries on the beach, what does that even mean? So another tip I can give you guys whenever you're a little confused on these star paths and what to do is go to the wiki. So if you're over here on the Dreamlight Valley Wiki website, every time there's a new update, you can go over here and then go down to the part that says like this one's Dapper Delight Star Path. You can click on that. And if you scroll down to duties, it'll actually tell you what you need to do for all of them. So if we were to get down to that one, let me find it real quick. This one right here, number 31, pick berries from the beach. You can just hover over it like this, and it'll tell you what it is. So it'll actually tell you blueberries. So if you click on it, it automatically takes you to what it is. So it'll say blueberry. Sometimes you can just hover over the word and the link and it'll automatically tell you what you need. But yeah, it's blueberries right here. And they have literally all of them listed over here. If you ever need help with them, they'll tell you a little bit of information, like bring an elemental force of nature, her favorites. This one you can click on it or hover over and it says Elsa right there. So this is very helpful. Harvest something chocolatey. You can hover over that. It's cocoa beans. And this is something that I think will help a lot of players when they're a little confused on the wording and stuff like that. But I do see that the post isn't exactly about being confused. It's just about it not being direct on what we need to do. And the next post we're going to look at is something I've seen a lot of people talk about, actually. Does anyone else have less villagers in a restaurant since Tiana? Yeah, it almost seems like they split them up. So they said, so I have noticed since having Tiana's Palace, I get way less villagers in either restaurants. Remy would be practically full most of the time, so it was easy to complete the quest for dishing up some meals, especially when the Star Path asked for it. I'd have thought 2 restaurant would mean even more, because, you know, capacity to seat more, but most of the time I have half the villager tops in both restaurants at any given time. There's been times where it's been empty. Just wondering if anyone else has experienced this or if it's a bug. It's definitely something that is intentional, and I think it's something that's going to remain as well, because so for example, if we only had 6 people that would be in Remy's restaurant at a time, that's still how it would be with, like, those are the villagers that want to eat at that time, right? So if we were actually in the world of Dreamlight Valley, those villagers at this time are going to be eating. Now those 6 villagers during that time frame have an option. Do they want to go to Tiana's or do they want to go to Remy's restaurant? So it's still the same amount as we had before. They just kind of split them up. Now it does make it seem a little sad whenever the restaurants aren't booming, like they're not super full like they were before when it was just Remy's. So I think it's kind of hard for them to balance that, but they also have to have the characters, like the other characters, do stuff as well, their normal routine. Had they doubled up on how many, that would mess up the entire routine of all the villagers. So I think that's one way that they ended up leaving it that way. So we got Mirabelle in here and Nala. So yeah, there's just 2. So I think that this is definitely kind of sad. It just used to seem very happy in here. Like it was like a restaurant, you know, there were so many villagers. And now if you just listen, it's just quiet. It's just dead in here. We got Mirabelle and we got Nala. All right, let's go look at Tiana's. At least Tiana has like some really good music going on as well. But I'm assuming there's probably 3 or 4. And I think I almost always see at least 3 in her restaurant. Let's take a look here. There's probably 4 though, since there was only 2 in the other one. We got, oh no, we got 3. Okay. So we got Moana, we got Kristoff, and then we got Jack. But yeah, it's also kind of quiet. I mean, I have the music turned off, but I do see what you mean. And I think that's the way it's probably going to stay for that reason. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. A couple interesting topics. As always, let me know any of your thoughts down below. Good luck if you're on the hunt for the items I shared at the beginning of this video. I really wish you the best of luck and I hope you get it, especially before those like villainy dream snaps arrive. But yeah, very cool items. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you all in the next one.